Hi, good evening. This is Kim again from Trusika channel, and thank you so much for being here. And this video is not anything specific, just something I noticed that I want to bring up just to laugh with you guys. Okay, so uh, many times the divine tell me things, and I didn't hear correctly. So usually they bring in psychic from tarot card readers, put onto my newsfeed for me to watch. And I found that these psychics are so phenomenal. They are really good. They are really authentic. Anything that the divine put in my newsfeed for me to watch is actually something I need to watch. But some of the things that they say, some of the tarot card readers, actually these are not. I found by myself, okay, and they say something like, "Oh yeah, the person is playing head games." I've heard this a lot, and I look at the card, and I'm thinking to myself, "What is it on this card that indicative of they playing head games?" And they say that to everyone who happen to have those cards, and these are tarot card readers for love department kind of thing, and and I'm thinking to myself, okay, in my situation, um, I usually trying to do the right things. Like for an example, someone who has somebody else already, and although I love the person to death, I just really cannot be in it. But then I'm weak just like anybody else, and I just like, okay, I'm not gonna write anymore because I actually love you, but I don't respect you and respect your relationship, so I try to stay out of it. um, And then these people say, "Yeah, I'm playing head game." I'm telling you, I'm not playing anything. I'm totally true and real true to myself. I hate the head game stuff. And so to say that because I'm telling you one weekend that I'm not going to write, and then somehow I writing is not because it's like I'm wishy washy. No, because I just kind of like weak for love. My heart is full of love for you, and I just like weak a moment of notice. But if you pay attention, for an example, it's just like further and further apart. For an example, let's say for 2 weeks I don't write to this person, and then in moment of weakness I wrote. Maybe 3 weeks before I write again, and the next time would be 6 weeks, and then finish. You know, it just takes time. So before you think somebody wishy washy, think again. That word should not be used in relationship at all. But maybe someone actually wishy-washy, maybe somebody is, but really, you need to know who you're dealing with, right? So I kind of like offended by that kind of statement because the tarot card reader just did not know. They pulled the card, but they did not use their intuition to speak. But of course they reading for so many. So I advise tarot card readers to always say positive things. I mean, trying to frame it. For an example, if you think someone playing head games, you say, this person um, could make up her mind to be with you or not to be with you. So that's why they back and forth. That's possible. And maybe that's the only reason, I think. I don't know anybody playing head games. Do you have time to play any kind of games? Um, and then so something else I want to say too, that relationship wise. Um, just it's very difficult to act on your heart because people can just say take you lightly or take you wrongly. And does it bother you? It used to bother me. It used to bother me that I'm so vulnerable and that I just like, yeah, I love you, and I just like be the one to always apologize. After this point, I was always like that. I give so much, and the people, when you give, the more you give, the more they take. They just just like the more you chase after somebody, the more they run away from you. Because just like for an example, you can do this dynamic thing when you get into a room and then you just run towards somebody, you get charging toward that. What happened to that person? They step back, right? It's just a natural thing. We are like that. When someone charging towards us, instead of open our arm and say, "Hey, come, let me just love you," we just step back. I think we program that way so we can be so indifferent to each other. I think we program to be skeptical, to not believe in love, because if we actually believe in love, we're not losing anything. Have you ever? I mean, I'm telling you, when I'm taking a chance, I win all the times. Like, for example, when I'm driving on the expressway, and I ask myself, okay, I have two options: to stay behind a bunch of cars, or to just go all the way to the end and cut in. And I found it 99% of the time. I cut in, I always got it. Someone always let me in if I take a chance. So if you're gonna have to take a chance, you need to take a chance, especially take a chance in love and not trying to act anything. Just be yourself. If you I just don't think that we should act, like acting, oh yeah, acting cold or acting this, acting that to get somebody. I think it's so cheap to do that. I hate that. I want people, you guys just be completely authentic. Authentic. If you really like, I love somebody, I always say it, and I always do things sometimes kind of like contradict to my ego. My ego death, like, oh crap, I'm missing this person and he doesn't really miss me, and I'm just gonna write to him. But because I feel that he's in pain, although he didn't say it, I felt it. And so, you know what, I don't want him to be in pain. So I'll be the first one to write and say, hey, how you doing? Are you okay? And it looked like, on the surface, looked bad for me, right? But I did it only because I felt the pain. Yeah. And so I just want you guys, can we get start being authentic with each other, regardless gain or loss? If you love somebody, can you just be authentically say that you do? Even that someone may turn you down, but at least you know, and you can go on and find somebody else. Don't you want to know why you have to live in the dark? I would just say, just say it. Do you love me? Or you don't love me, then say so too. I'm telling you, I've encountered so many cases where people are just holding back, and I know damn well they do. And I'm thinking to myself, why the hell do you hold it back when I already know? You're dealing with the psychic here, I'm psychic, yeah. And if I don't know, I ask guardian angel, I will know. I will know how you feel. But I think that we need to be authentic, guys. Be authentic, please. You say, you're gonna come to somebody and say I love you, and they turn you down. I tell you, that never happened. When someone come to tell me they love me, and even if I don't love them, I admire the person so much for being so brave, to be so vulnerable. Vulnerable is so sexy. You don't know it. If a man comes to me and say, "Huh, Kim, I think you may reject me, but I love you. I want to spend the rest of my life with you." Oh my God, even I'm just want to cry right now because mm, because I just feel it's so beautiful that we can be so authentic. So guys, be authentic. Just don't play true games. Like, if you love somebody, just say it, or you don't say it too. But I tell you, if somebody comes to tell me they love me and I don't love them, um, it probably break my heart because I don't. But I would tell them the truth. Like, hey, I don't love you. I'm sorry, because because I'm so empath. Their pain, I feel it. Yeah, I feel your pain. I do. So yeah, just love each other. Be authentic. I'm so sorry. I'm so emotional. I gotta get off. When it comes to authenticity, it comes to heartbreaking. I just feel like we need more loving on our planet. We need more truthful. And believe me, guys, you love somebody, and if she doesn't love you, believe me, she respects you so much for even have a gut to come and say it. And she would just gonna. I don't know anybody would do anything differently, but for me, If I don't love someone, I will say, yeah, I'm so sorry, I just don't love you. But it doesn't mean that you anything wrong with you or anything at all. I just it's just not for me. I'm so sorry, But I just like you just feel like so much love for them, different kind of love. You're not gonna laugh at them, but for some reason we hold it in, and we suffer, and that person suffer. Just don't do it. I'm so sorry, I'm emotional. I told you I'm an empath. When I say to this part, I feel it. I feel it from someone that I know. And so, but anyways, so let me take it off now. 10 minutes. This is the longest video I ever made. Like, oh, one more thing. When the divine tell me to just show my face and talk to you guys like I do now, show my emotions, something like that. And then I come back and I say, you know what? I listen to you, and instead of get 100 views, I get five, seven, 10. So the last video, the goddess Kuan Yin and the twin flame with the Mahavata Babaji, I got 350 views, which is one of the biggest views. I know actually the other episode I have like a year ago get more, but as far as the time frame, it has the most views. So Divine just sort of telling me, do your job and don't worry about views. Because if we really want you to be famous, you will be. Maybe the time isn't right or whatever like that. So just do your job. So here I'm saying to you guys, just do your job, be loving, be authentic. That's all I want to say. Be yourself. We have so much fake in this world. Let's just start a trend to be real, to be loving. Okay? Talk to you soon. Have a great evening wherever you are. And I love you.